Imagine a world where 400,000 artillery shells, some as big as men, were fired every month. Welcome to the grim reality of trench warfare during World War I. Let's dive into the past. Artillery, the large guns capable of firing bombs over long distances, was a key player in this war. These weapons were used extensively to soften up the enemy before a major attack. Hours, even days of relentless bombardment aimed to obliterate enemy positions. The types of artillery shells varied. Some were packed with high explosives, others contained gas or smoke. The most gruesome of all were the shrapnel shells. They burst into red-hot pieces of metal that could cut an enemy soldier to pieces. Artillery was responsible for around 60% of all wounds inflicted during trench warfare. Fast forward to the mid-1800s and we see the advent of machine guns. These deadly weapons, capable of firing up to 10 bullets per second, gained notoriety during World War I. Despite their weight and the need for a crew of 2 to 4 men, a single machine gun was equivalent to around 100 rifles. The destructive power of these weapons was evident from the outset, with the French reporting losses of over 200,000 men, mostly to machine gun fire, in the first 2 weeks of the war. Then, in April 1915, warfare took a sinister turn with the introduction of poison gas. The Germans released gas from cylinders and allowed the wind to carry it over French soldiers on the front line. Although an unreliable weapon due to its dependence on wind direction, gas proved its worth as a weapon of terror. Both sides soon adopted its use, deploying different types of gas that could suffocate, burn, blind, and ultimately kill. Rifles, bayonets, grenades, and flamethrowers were also part of the arsenal. A standard rifle, lightweight and accurate up to about 600 meters, was the basic weapon given to all soldiers. Bayonets, 40-centimeter knives, were fitted to the end of rifles for close combat. Soldiers also carried grenades, small handheld bombs, and some were trained to use flamethrowers, creating walls of fire reaching about 15 meters. Finally, tanks, a creation of Britain, joined the battlefield. These armored vehicles, engineered to navigate rugged, obliterate barbed wire, and traverse trenches, were a spectacle. Despite the British and the French mass-producing these war machines, the Germans remained dubious of their worth, manufacturing a mere 20 by the war's conclusion. However, it's worth noting that despite their capacity to invoke panic and fear, these early tanks had their limitations. They could only lumber along at approximately 5 miles per hour, and were prone to frequent breakdowns. It wasn't until the Second World War that tanks truly evolved into a decisive weapon on the battlefield. In conclusion, the terrifying weaponry of trench warfare in World War I was a testament to the destructive potential of science and technology when used for war. The invention and introduction of these weapons marked a turning point in warfare, shaping the brutal reality of the trenches and leaving an indelible mark on human history.